What up, everybody? Welcome back to Dropping Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. As usual, if you guys are just stumbling upon this channel, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you guys are listening on any podcast platforms, please make sure to drop me a nice little 5-star review and let me know how you feel about the podcast and everything, because I love the visual format on YouTube, but I also love the audio format as well. Let me know on ways that I can improve. I love you guys. I want to help you out. And thank you guys for listening too, man. I really appreciate it, because my kind of reach has been growing, day by day. I'm building, baby. I'm building. Oh, man. First off, too, I just want to say sorry, for releasing this episode out so late. Your boy fucked his leg up, man. Your boy fucked his leg up doing DoorDash. It's fucking crazy. I crashed on my moped. Shit was insane, man. Oh my God. And you know what, bro, I was laid up all day yesterday. Could barely move my leg. It was fucking crazy. I went to the doctor. Everything's all right. Hip is okay. Knee's okay. It's just kind of a bad ankle sprain. It's just, I was just laid up all day yesterday, and I was just like, wow, I think I'm done. I'll say it. I think I'm done. Okay, people, I'm fucking finished. You ever just have that type of shit where you're at a job that you didn't really fuck with from off the jump, anyway? You didn't really fuck with it, and then something bad just kind of happens, and you're just like, I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit. I've been sending out resumes to a lot of different editing places, a lot of different visual arts places and everything. And things have been looking up. A lot of different companies are looking at my shit. So I'm like, I think I'll just try being poor for a few weeks before one of those things come through, because I can't do this shit no more. Bro, I was riding on my moped. It was a snowstorm. If you guys don't live in New York City, there was a pretty bad snowstorm yesterday, followed by rain later that night. So just ice and snow. And I'm on the fucking moped, and I'm riding, bro. And I guess I just caught a ice patch or something, and the shit just started fucking shaking mad hard. And I fucking dropped. Bro, I'm telling you, there were no cars coming, nothing like that. And I was on the side of the road, so it wasn't dangerous like that. But it fucking pinned my leg, and I'm fucking screaming in pain, bro. And all these people are coming to help me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm in pain, and I'm angry, and I'm just thinking, and I'm like, wow, I'm really, I'm really fucked up, and this is all over a goddamn chicken sandwich. I'm over here with a broken leg over a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Is this really the man you want to be? Is this really who you are? I was looking, how they say people have out of body experiences? That was me. I astral projected out of my physical form. And I looked down, and I just looked at a broke ass nigga, and I was like, I can't be this no more. I can't do this anymore. It was fucking too much, man. Shout out to the job. Shout out to everybody who does that type of shit. You know what I mean? I'm here for you. I might even have to do it for another couple days after this thing heals up, just to stack a little bit of money, just for myself and shit. But I am all the way done with all that, man. I am all the way done. My heart goes out to the essential workers, but that is not me. I am a non-essential nigga. Okay, I do not want those jobs. That's the whole thing too. That's so funny about the job market. On the news, you read this shit, and they always say the job market is hurting. And I heard the other day in the news they were calling it the Great Resignation. Go fuck yourself, because that's the whole thing. As somebody who works that type of job, and as somebody who's applying to the next big thing, a job of a higher echelon, what they're not saying in the media really is just that the jobs that people don't want aren't good jobs. People are quitting bad jobs. That's what they're quitting. They're quitting jobs like working at McDonald's, working at Wendy's, doing DoorDash, shit like that. You feel me? They're not quitting fucking Fortune 500 jobs. Goldman Sachs is just fine, okay? It's Panera Bread that's in trouble right now. And that's what they don't want to tell you. They call it the Great Resignation, but really what it is a lot of people deciding that they're worth more. And I feel like a lot of people should do that. And there's no shade to anybody who works at Panera Bread or works DoorDash. I work DoorDash. I understand it. You know what I mean? You gotta sack that cash. But I think it's about time a lot of people really look at what they want in life and go after that. So I think it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to the nigga that peeled the moped off me. You know, that dude is the homie. You know, there must be a guardian angel looking over him from now on because he did a good deed. Your boy was hurting, man. Your boy was hurting. Shout out to everybody doing the jobs that people don't want to do. This shit is tough, man. It's hard. I know. I've done it. But yeah, I'm gonna be laid up for a couple of days, so I'm putting my Cash App and my Venmo on both sides of this shit. So if anybody wants to throw your boy a couple of dollars, just a few. I know we all struggling out here. I know it's struggle life out here. So I get it. I understand everything. But if you have a little excess income and you want to hook your boy up, please feel free to do so. All right. And I got Zelle too, so hit a nigga up. Okay. Moving on. Speaking of hurting, man, there's a lot of Democrats and liberals hurting right now because I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Donald Trump just had a new rally out in Arizona, I believe. Out in Arizona, man, the dry white person country, man. The place where being Mexican is illegal. What a surprise that he would pick being there. And yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like his shit, I think a lot of people are getting worried, that he might be trying to run again in 2024, which is entirely possible. And keeping it real, I really from watching this rally, I don't think it'd be impossible to say that he would win either. I actually, it's a very high possibility. He won once, he won again, but I don't think to tell you the truth, I really don't think he's going to run again. I think he's just having the rally because he's still surprised he won the first time, bro. I think that's really what it comes from. I think he just is, now it's all over. He doesn't have the responsibilities, but he already did it. It's one of those things where it's just like, you know how you have something in your life where you tell yourself you can do it, you tell yourself you can do it, but you just never do it, and then you finally take the plunge and you decide to go for it, and it happens perfectly. It just happens amazingly. That's basically what's happening to him. It's like when you have that girl that's like mad cute and shit, and she's really cool, she's really fun, and you always knew like, yo, I swear I could get her. Like I actually could get her. But you think she's out of your league, but you're like, I could bag her. And then you try and you actually do. And you guys break up later and everything, but you're still looking at a couple of those pictures, all right, after things are over, just basking in it. You're like, yo, I was beautiful once. And I think that's what Donald Trump is doing right now. I think he's just going back to this rally, doing this rally to just be like, yeah, man, I said I was going to do it and I did it and I'm here. So be here for my celebration. And that's what all these people seem to be there for, which, I got to say, I'm a little bit jealous of, man. I'm a little bit jealous of the amount of loyalty these people have to this man is incredible. It's fucking insane, the amount of loyalty these people have for this dude, man. God, I wish I could find a woman as loyal to me as white dudes in the South are loyal to Donald Trump. Like that is real fucking loyalty, where you could just do anything and she just don't care. You know what I mean? She gets sick, you're just like, bitch, take some Theraflu, and she's like, thank you, he cares about me. She hears you were cheating and you're like, they mixed up the data, it's not true, and she just instantly believes you, starts going after everybody else. That is the dream life. That is the dream spouse. And apparently that is the dream political audience that Donald Trump seems to be having right now. So, I was never a fan of him, never really voted for him, but you can't knock the man's hustle. All right, I'm just gonna say it, you can't knock the man's hustle. Dude, it's crazy, dude. Like the amount of the hustle, the loyalty, the fact that he could just talk shit all day and these people still buy it. As a YouTuber, as a content creator, I have to look at it and be like, God damn, this dude's a beast. If this nigga had a YouTube channel, he would immediately go viral. It'd be crazy. Thank God he doesn't. Thank God it's thank God YouTube is mostly cat videos and Vlad TV. Because if fucking Donald Trump came into that shit, it'd be over for all you niggas. Okay? Oh my God. They're just so loyal. His fans are so loyal. This nigga needs a Patreon or something. Oh, dude. But speaking, there's a lot more things. Like I said, we got a lot of things happening today. Speaking of loyalty, I just want to say this real quick. Shout out to Travis Scott. for being the realest nigga in the world. And what I mean by being the realest nigga in the world is shout out to Travis Scott for sharing the address of Chicago West's birthday party, aka Kanye West's daughter. It was her fourth birthday, I believe, a few days ago, and supposedly Kim Kardashian did not give him the address for the birthday party because she didn't want him there, and this that, and the third, and blah blah blah, baby mama drama type shit. But Travis Scott went and sent him the address and allowed him to show up. And I just want to say that is a very, very admirable thing to do. I think a lot of people too, I think they kind of just glossed over it because it's just like, oh, Kanye is getting to see his daughter. That's great. But you're not realizing kind of what Travis Scott sacrificed, because you gotta think about it. He's probably, in a way, yes, he's close to Kanye because they're both creators and shit. They've done songs together, but he's also very close to Kim. I mean, he's dating her little sister. And the fact that he has a baby by her little sister, bro, you kind of have to abide by the family to a certain level. You know what I mean? So him sharing the address with Kanye definitely could have got him in hot water with his wife. And you know what they say, happy wife, happy life, and that could have messed up his environment. But the fact that he understood that and was willing to take the heat for that, or whatever relationships problems they could have had, because he shared that and invited Kanye to go. But he decided that Kanye being there for his daughter was a much bigger thing and something that just needed to happen. I think that's a very, very admirable thing. And I think also too, Travis probably understood it a little bit because he's been going through shit. I think he understands what it's like to go through shit because of the whole Astro World, fiasco and everything like that. When people are looking at you like you're a piece of shit and you're persona non grata, this person that nobody really wants to fuck with, and they back away from you, and how hurtful that can be, especially if you were just somebody trying to do well. And I'm not saying that Kanye doesn't have his own problems. I mean, listen, I'm not there. None of us are there. Like, we all speculate and we talk just because it's on our TV. But the fact of the matter is, these are two very, very real people who have a very real relationship, and they have 4 children. So none of us are sitting there, right there, understanding who the fuck they are as a whole. But you gotta understand that, bro, this shit is real. It's a real relationship, and he deserves to be there for his children. And people were shitting on Kanye for buying a house across the street, but I'll tell you right now, as a dude who grew up without his father, I would have loved something like that to have happened. Because I think a lot of men, I think when their integrity gets called into question, when they get a lot of problems from the women that they're with, they kind of just back off and kind of put their head in a turtle shell. You know what I mean? And they're like, all right, well, I'll stay over here, and and you stay over there, and whenever you decide to allow the kids to be around me on occasion, then I'll accept that, and the rest of the time it's just free single man time. And the fact that he's really putting an effort to be there is actually a really, really great thing. And it's actually kind of funny because I remember growing up as a kid. There was this kid, we grew up together, elementary school and all that stuff. And his parents had a very nasty divorce. They did. But one thing that happened was his dad actually bought a house right around the corner from the house that he got kicked out of, and I remember even being a kid and being like, that's really cool, because now he'll get to see his father no matter what, even if the parents aren't really vibing with each other. So yeah, shout out to Kanye for doing all that, man. I think that's a really beautiful thing. I think more men need to take more of a step forward in being with their kids, because I don't have any children, but I do understand the constant issue of dealing with a woman that you don't want to deal with. All right, I've had a couple relationships. Okay, I got ops out here. I have certain women that do not want to see me win. Okay, that it's how it is. I get it. But when there's a kid in between that, you have to knock all that shit to the side and really care about that child. No matter what, even if the child is on the mother's side, you really gotta make an effort to show that you care about them, because a lot of times they're rebelling or they're on the mother's side because your mother's your mother, and and you love her unconditionally, especially at that young age too. You're not really seeing your parents as three-dimensional people. So you're seeing your mother as your mother, this person who has given you everything, this ultimate protector, and you're kind of seeing your dad as this person who's just non-existent, or you probably even think he just doesn't want to see you, and that's why they get divorced and shit like that. So I think that's why it kind of would behoove you to be around your child as much as you can. And to the women in this situation, stop hiding your children from their father. It does not work. It is not cool. That shit is super fucking lame. Okay? I don't understand why all these women like decide to hide their children from me. Like, come on, man. Like, what? I swear to God, man, I have friends who fucking have kids, and I swear to God, sometimes seeing their children is harder than getting a PS5 when it first came out. Like, nigga, it's that difficult. Like, these women make it so fucking hard, and it's like, Liz, I understand you hate that nigga, and I understand that nigga hates you. Okay, but like I was saying even before, you gotta push that shit to the side, because that child is not a game piece. They're gonna grow up, and they're gonna hold all these things in their head, and they're gonna start treating men or women this way as well too. That's the thing. You got to realize that, like, the relationship you have with that man, whether or not you're together, dictates the relationship that child will be having in the future as well. And you don't want them to go through what you're doing. So be a mature motherfucker and stop being a goddamn hater, okay? That shit is so fucking lame. And my mom was an amazing mom and everything, and she actually, like, would reach out to my father and stuff and try to get him to come over and hang out and stuff. And he just, it is what it is. But at least the effort was there, and from knowing that the effort was there, it helped me love her even more and understand our relationship even more. And I think you got to give that to your child. You can't cheat these. You can't. I almost called kids niggas. I was like, you can't treat these niggas like this. Nah, but you can't treat these kids like this, man. You can't treat them like that, man. You got to realize that they actually are people. And I think it's tough for a lot of people to understand that children are people, because until they become like 12, 13, they're just an accessory to you. They go wherever you go, and they ask you for permission to do every damn thing. But that time will go by very, very fast. Will go by very, very fast. If you don't stop fucking around, they'll end up resenting you for all the shit you didn't give them, and for all the understanding you didn't give them, and for the trials and tribulations that they will be going through in their life. So fuck all that, and just live peacefully, man. Life is all about love. Live peacefully and let Kanye go to his goddamn daughter's birthday party. It's not that difficult. All right, bitch. Jesus Christ. Get it together. Goddamn. What else are we talking about? My final thing, I guess. We're almost at 20 minutes. Goddamn, time goes by fast. My final thing I wanted to talk about is shout out to Bobby Shmurda. I don't know if you guys have listened to any of his new music, but my dude just came out with a brand new single called Shmoney, which is fucking hot. He has Quavo and somebody else on that. Rick the Ruler. It's Quavo, Rick the Ruler. Very hot joint. Really cool video too. I mean, it's classic, like big mansion rump shaking type shit, but really well directed. Really, really fucking fly. And I just want to say, like, with Bobby Shmurda, I just admire that dude so much. He just has a good vibe about him. Of course, there's the whole not snitching thing. But the fact, it's not even just the non-snitching thing. It's the fact that he just seems to have such a good energy. You know what I mean? And that's why it's not surprising that he went to jail. Because for some reason, when niggas just have natural good energy, there's always people in the works ready to try to shut them down and take that away from him. And that's what I'm so happy about, is that he stood behind his friends. He always had a positive energy. He always was trying to bring positivity to his neighborhood. He might have had some friends doing some fucked up shit, but he loved them, they love him, and he was trying to bring his neighborhood up and show his neighborhood for what it was. And then they get into some shit. He takes it on the chin, understands what it is. He actually, I believe, because of his song and his friend being named in the song, he actually took a certain deal that would give him more time and give his friend less of a sentence. Like, that is a stand-up man. And I'm not even sure I could even say that I would do something like that. That is a stand-up dude. And he took all this positively. All right. And he was gone for how long? 7 years, about 7, maybe even 8 years. Comes right back out, still smiling, still dancing, comes out, drops another banger with all these dudes that are ready to embrace him because of his good energy and because of how he took things as a man. And I feel like that's what people got to realize, man. You got to ditch all the envy and the jealousy and just the hatred, man. Like, and listen, I know it's hard to do because listen, I was a hater. All right, everybody's had a hater phase, nigga. You know, some people have a gay phase, other niggas have a hater phase, and I've had a serious hater phase. All right, I understand it. You see other people getting things, you think to yourself, why am I not getting this? Why am I always being looked over, and stuff like that. And you got to realize that people, life isn't really a competition. I mean, it is. You can see yourself and compare yourself to people, but it's a competition with no real winner. The race never ends until you die. That's the thing. Is like you got to prioritize what you think even winning is, and then run your own race. Some people might say that winning is getting the most money, and that's possible. But if winning is getting the most money, then someone like Jay-Z is already way ahead of you. Some people say getting the most girls is the way of winning. If getting the most girls is the way of winning, then Wilt Chamberlain won, like 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and there will be no other winner. That nigga had 20,000 bodies on him. That's if that's how you equate winning, that's what winning is. Okay? But, for me, I try to equate winning with, just love and support and true friendship and honesty. And if that's how you see winning to be, then you'll never be in last place, bro. You'll never be in last place. And just try to cherish that and sit there and like really, really understand that. And just know that someone getting something doesn't mean that another thing is taken away from you. Especially when it comes to like artistry and all that shit. Yes, it is crabs in a barrel, but this is the biggest barrel we've ever had. The internet is now here. Anybody can create whatever platform that they can create, and look at this. I sometimes struggle for views, and for a long time I really have, and I was struggling for listeners, and I still am, but at the same time, every single week it goes up and goes up and goes up, and sometimes it goes down, and you still take that on the chin, and you understand that. That's what, creating content is. That's what creating art is, and that's also what living is, bro. It's ups and downs. It's ups and downs, and you just got to keep positive, man. So, once again, shout out to Bobby Shmurda for always keeping that positivity going, always showing that love to the people around him, and understanding what it's like to really be a man who has dignity and takes care of their shit. Man, Shmoney, watch the music video. All right, guys. I think that's about it for the podcast. I laid a lot of inspirational shit on you guys right now. I feel like this is a mix of funny and real shit. We'll see how this episode goes. But this has been Dropping Gimme 20. Dropping Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Hip hop's funniest podcast. That's my new moniker. I'm putting it out there. You gotta visualize. All right, you gotta manifest shit. I'm calling it hip hop's funniest podcast, and I got a lot of competition, but I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it right here, right now. One last thing too is I just want to make a quick announcement. If anybody's in the New York City area, Top Notch Comedy, my monthly comedy show at St. Mark's Comedy Club, aka V Spot Express, is back. We are doing it on January 25th. That is right, January 25th at 8 p.m. You can buy tickets now. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll put up my Instagram handle. You can also follow me at Grove Street Comedy on Instagram as well, where I post all those things too. And please, if you're in the area, come to the show, hang out, let's talk. I want to know some of the people that listen to this thing. It's so interesting to kind of be interacting with people in this way. I do stand-up comedy, so I'm used to visceral responses. I'm used to saying something and niggas being like, that's hilarious, or they're like, boo, nigga, boo. So speaking into the void is a little bit tough for me. It's very interesting for me, but it's a learning experience. So I do want to meet some of you guys and see how you feel about the podcast and everything. Come support, come hang. And also too, I was talking about, quitting jobs and hitting that epiphany when you're at a job and you're just like, I can't do that shit no more. Right into the podcast, man. Right into the podcast. The email address is dropandgimme20pod@gmail.com. Right into the podcast with any of your stories about having an epiphany about quitting a job or changing jobs, or having an epiphany about maybe even needing to fire somebody if you're a manager as well. Write it in the comments if you want to. Either way, I want to interact with you guys. I want to understand you guys more. But this has been a great episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Dropping Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Make sure to like, share, subscribe on YouTube, and make sure to drop me a nice 5-star review and a nice little, personal review on Apple Podcasts or any podcast platform that you were listening to this on. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Come on.